But the diaphragm is, you know, it's big, it's around the size of a frisbee. You know, we want a 360 motion is what I'm looking for. I think what I realised since I've been teaching breathwork to people is that in my practice, I really want to help people be more in their body, to really remember that they have a body. And if we look at the skeleton here, which I've got here, I was going to show it, you know, we have a massive rib cage, you know, we really do. And most people spend all of their time breathing up here. Okay, and then we end up using accessory muscles like the scalenes, pec minor, upper traps. And not only is that really tiring for those, but it also pulls your neck forward. It also encourages sympathetic nervous system activation. So those are the things, you know, I really want people to understand just a little bit about where their diaphragm is.
There will be the physicists in the audience who are saying, hang on, air goes into the lungs, you can't direct it to go just up here or just up there. Is what you're saying that we are not using the diaphragm, we're just using those accessory muscles to breathe? Yeah,
I think so, yeah, and the idea behind that is that if you're only, I don't have a slide on that, but the idea behind it is that when you're breathing just up here, most of your lung uptake, really, oxygen uptake is in the lungs, and most of it's at the back here, right down at the bottom. So if you're just breathing up here, your body will get whatever it needs. It will just make you breathe a bit more. You know, you'll just breathe more. So you're breathing quite shallow, and then you're over breathing. Most people are over breathing. I think the average number of breaths is about 10 to 12 a minute, but I have people in like 18 to 20 breaths a minute without, and they don't even look that stressed. You know, they don't look that stressed. But that's what they're doing every day. I mean, I think the yogis have said, and I think that's kind of been scientifically proved now, that the ideal number of breaths per minute is 6, which equates to 5 inhale for 5, exhale for 5.
Right.
And we should all be able to do that with ease, really. That comes into the biochemistry, but we should all be able to do that with ease. But yeah, in terms of but the thing is, when you breathe in and your diaphragm descends, that allows the lungs then to go into that space. Yeah, so your lungs are not going to just, you know, they uncoil in that space because you're providing it for them. You know, that's
right. Okay. So physiologically, those people who are breathing 18 to 20 times a minute, as opposed to 6 times a minute, what's the difference in them?
So the difference is that when you're over breathing, and that will put you much more into your sympathetic nervous system state. And I think people, and I don't mean that in terms of, I think we think of that as fight, flight. I don't think people are running around punching people or running, but it's just that low level anxiety of people in that sort of state. I think it also is creating a lot of neck pain because they're breathing up here. And in terms of the rest of it, I think it's just stressing the body. You're stressing the body when you're in a sympathetic nervous system state like that. That's going to create more inflammation, and then we go down the track of that metabolic disease idea from there. Yeah. You know, I was just listening to a podcast on the way up here today, actually, about more about the vagal nerve stimulators. Yes. You know, and how that inflammation is the biggest driver of disease. If you're going to sit in your sympathetic nervous system a lot, you know, then you are going to be driving more inflammation. And you're making your body work harder is the other thing. And you're not allowing, the other thing about it is that when your diaphragm comes down, you know, underneath all here is all of your organs, yeah? And they're packed in really tightly. When your diaphragm comes down, it gives this beautiful massage, thousands of times a day, to your organs. And it's starting to move the lymph for you. It's like a second heart, you know, it's helping the fluid come back, it's moving the lymph, it's helping peristalsis, you know, it's helping all of those things, you know.